Hello and welcome back to Pokemon Ruby Randomizer Nuzlocke. I actually did all of the captures that I plan to do right now off camera. You saw me there putting one hand over the wrong button. It's like when you play a platformer, or not a platformer, but one of those games like Skyrim, where you walk around, but you put your hand on the keyboard one key over, and then you confidently walk off a cliff. Anyways, let's take a look at captures. These are all the Pokemons I picked up. The places I captured include Shoal Cave, Safari Zone, and everything that we missed last time up until Rapids, and also Slateport City. So we actually have quite a few of these guys. I'm just gonna go through them. First of all, I have a Steelix that I decided to call Solid Snake. You can tell where I caught them in the trainer memo if you really want. Moves are not that great. I did learn that Muddy Water is a water move. I thought it was a ground move for the longest time, but moveset pretty subpar. 85 accuracy. We can probably find something to take Surf. So that's Solid Snake. Next, I caught a Torkoal, which I decided to call X-Death because of X-Death and how he yells turtle in the X-Bursts. Moveset is not great again. Thunder Punch is a repeat. We already have two of them. Other than that, nothing too impressive. Third up, we have Scouting the Walrein, which I found and decided to call him Scouting because it will scout out the passive of when we fully evolve Skyrim Boots. And we can see from here that it's Serene Grace, which means my worst fear of a Pokemon that I have evolving into the Slacking ability is not here, which means that we can use Skyrim Boots all we want. Now, in terms of moveset, I also scouted out Aurora Beam, which proves two things. One, my theory is correct in that whenever something evolves, it will get a different learn set compared to the base game, whereas you mostly have the same learn set as your previous evolutions. Second of all, we have a Stab Ice move to look forward to if we do evolve our Skyrim Boots fully. That's pretty good. It's a pretty good find. Scouting. Next up, we have Bacon the Bagon. Moveset is not that great. There's a dragon move, but it does a set 40 HP damage, Dragon Rage, so not really useful because we mostly need the dragon move to counter dragons. We'll probably end up getting an Ice Beam or an Aurora Beam that's stabbed as a dragon counter in this playthrough. Next up we have a Rayquaza, but Rayquaza is a nice Pokemon and all, but I picked him up at level 10, which means he's gonna need a lot of work to make useful. I decided to call him Airman because he's the flying dragon, and he will never be defeated because even though he's a Rayquaza, I'll probably never end up using him. Now, he has Thunder Punch and Dizzy Punch. We know from the Norman battle that he eventually learns Leaf Blades, but I don't really know if it's a good idea to have him. Yes, he's a Rayquaza, but he's a very heavy EXP investment to get useful. Up next, we have Zerg Overlord, the Tentacruel. This is just something else that I caught. I don't think we'll be able to run Teleport, so we won't be able to use him to potentially get out of Elite Four. But his moveset, Steel Wing is nice for a steel move, but you know, I think I'll give this one a pass as well. Next up, we have Buggin' Me, the Heracross. Moveset is Pin Missile, Headbutt, and Light Screen. Not something that aligns with the way I play. Also level 7, so very low on the... It requires a very heavy EXP investment to be useful as well. Next up, we have a Staryu that I decided to call Chaos Ruby. I wanted to call this thing Chaos Emerald, but we're playing the Ruby version. Anyways, moveset is decent. There's a Crab Hammer that's Stab. Now, we won't be able to fit Volt Beam on this thing, so I would say this is pretty much a pass as well. And finally, we have Nuzlocke the Nuzleaf, which I caught in the Safari Zone, as you can tell by the Safari Ball. He actually came with Bolt Beam. He came with Bolt Punch, Ice Punch, but it's still a very impressive moveset. Level 27's a potential to be useful. I'll keep an eye on him. He could potentially be good. Although I think in terms of ice moves, we're pretty much set on Walrein, because we can probably fit a surf on him as well, a stab surf. But he does have 3, or at least on our Skyrim boots, because he have 3 evolution forms to test surf against. Anyways, that's our captures. The next thing that I wanted to do, which is what I rushed to town here for in the last video, and that was to scout out the frustration move. For that, I looked up the base friendship, and Lord Uglyface actually has a pretty good contribution in that Lord Uglyface actually has a lower base friendship than anyone else. What that means is we'll be able to get frustration on Lord Uglyface if we put him first. We already scouted Return in Falliber while we returned a Meteorite, and it turns out to be Hyper Voice. So now we can scout out Return instead of trying to scout out... now we can scout out Frustration as opposed to Return. I already know what this move is. It's Perish Song, because I checked off camera before I caught all the Pokemon. I mean, it's fitting because Frustration's like, your Pokemon has a vicious look in its eye. It'll sing this song and hope that you die. You know, good shit. But unfortunately, Perish Song, while it's good, it requires a lot of stalling to get to work, which means it only has one use case for our team, which I want to bring. And that's something very tanky. I feel like unless you're over-leveled, you can't really tank that much. And that's going to be Cannon Rush based on his ability, but he can't learn it, so essentially it's another wasted TM. We're probably better off with Return if we want to get any TM off of this guy, but Return's normal type, not type effective. That means the best we can get out of it is probably on Kaioken, who's too slack to learn the move, which means, well, you know, Return's not useful either. We also have Kaioken with Thrash, which means we won't need another normal move on our team. Anyways, that takes care of all the housekeeping I did off camera. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to pick up the slack, or all the litter that we did in the last video. Okay, the first thing we need to do is we need to get out Grovyle. Or actually, we're going to pick up the litter that we did a few videos ago, as well as in the previous video. So let's go ahead and move Skydy 5000 into our party. We'll ditch Husky Starcraft for now. And we'll also need Cut, so we will need to bring Protoss Dragoon as well, which means we'll have to ditch another member of our team. I think we're not doing captures anytime soon, so I'm gonna ditch Cannon Rush for now. Okay, let's go back and pick up the slack. The slack that I'm talking about is all the way in Lily Cove, moving towards Fort Tree, all of the trainers that we missed, also Mount Pyre and the routes beneath Mount Pyre. Let's see if our item finder is registered. Yes, it is. I took out Protoss Dragoon because I need a cutter. Alright, now in terms of the next gym, what I'm planning to do is probably any combination of these three, Super Saiyan Rose, Kaioken, and Bigger Green. That's pretty much my established elite for 3 slots right now. The others are still up for debate. I think I'm going to bring Cannon Rush along, but the other 2 slots are still open. I'm thinking of putting Mewing one of them. But yeah. Okay, I know there's an item in here. There's no reason to put a cut if there's absolutely nothing in here. And it is an X attack, which is disappointment. Is there anything back there? Yeah, there's something back there as well. Also, fun fact, if you don't have repels for whatever reason, I don't know why you would never have repels, but I feel like not enough Nuzlockers use this. You'll use cut. If you want to get past a piece of grass, you can just cut. Hey, it's another Jinx. Let's get the hell out of here. And it is an HP up. Eh, could be worse. HP up at this point, because of how we don't want to level to 100, the effect of EVs is minimal compared to 100s. That means HP up is basically a load of gold at this point, and since we already scouted out the TMs and we think they're worthless, it's not exactly going to be something that's, you know, we need. Actually, Jigglypuff is a huge ball of HP. So I guess I'm surprised it did that much damage. What item do you have? Lefties? Oh, you have an Oran Berry. Okay, apparently there's no items down here, but there is some EXP. I accidentally forced myself to walk around, but I don't even think I can lure him out enough. I think I'll be forced to walk around if I do want to fight him. Or at least when I lure him out. When he's aggro, then he will, you know, he'll get us stuck in the situation we're in. Well, the Thunder Punch didn't work. Let's try Fly, I guess. Oh, that didn't work either. Unfortunate. We got critted, but okay. At least this guy is respectable. He didn't spam items. 1000 EXP, nice. Also gave us a nice amount of gold. Another Poison Barb from that item, not something that's useful. I don't even think there's any... No, I lied. There are good moves from Poison in this generation. There's Poison Fang and there's Sludge Bomb. And Toxic, but, you know. I always debate the usefulness of non-offensive moves in the base game, because you're always over-leveled. I didn't put too much effort into over-leveling, but my team ends up being over-leveled most of the time anyways. I also have no idea why I'm not running repels. Hey! It's a fish! It's a new fish that I've never seen before. Okay, what are we gonna do for double battle? Switch out... Kaioken. Kaioken. You have a... Why do you have a Mewtwo? Seriously? Well, at least it'll be EXP, I guess. What can we do against the Rhyhorn? I guess the Fly's probably the best, and I guess we're happy we have Shadow Ball for this. Can we get that out of here in one turn? I doubt it. Oh, okay, we critted, so we got rid of the Mewtwo. That's pretty good. Okay, level 36 on Super Saiyan Rose, nice. That Mewtwo actually didn't give too much EXP. And of course, this thing knows Dragon Claw. I guess that means if we level up Speed Hacks, we can get a Dragon counter. Alright, Thrash. It's not very effective and still does half damage. Well, that Hyper Fang did nothing. Let's try and get a turn of Synthesis in. Of course you use... Of course you use Endure. That was the thing that tricked me into thinking you had Speed Hacks. I guess we'll just get Crush Claw in there, right? No, Thrash hit it first. Actually, a speed tie between Super Saiyan Rose and Kaioken. That's impressive. Well, we got rid of this pesky Mewtwo. Is there an item at the back here? No, I think it's just a secret base, right? No, there is an item. Wow, an item and a secret... No? Oh, it's probably that grid up there. Is that grid up there? Behind the grass, but... I guess we have to take care of a battle first. First up is a jump bluff. Level 30. I think this thing's also a big blob of health. Here's the assist, and it's a 2-turn normal attack, that one. 2-turn normal attack, which has 100 base power. I guess that one raise in defense actually worked. Skull Bash. 100 base power. Neutral, but... it's not a lot of damage. We'll run the Crush Claw next. Okay, got that out of here. 1000 EXP, nice. Whiscash next. We'll switch out for that. I feel like Whiscashes also have a big blob of health. And we have a 4 times effective here. And that goes the Catfish. 1000 EXP, nice. Okay, now that we got that out of here, found a Cleanse Tag. Not something that's too... actually, I lied. I love Cleanse Tag. If we can get rid of some of these random encounters, I would be very happy. Okay, next trainer battle. Actually... Yeah, we still have Buttercost. That's good. I thought we forgot our Surfer. Okay, now what do you have? You have an Azurill, which I think is normal type, but we'll Thunder Punch it anyways. Yeah, normal type. Nice para. Nice full para. Whoa. Only 200 EXP. Next up is a Charmander. What do we have for Charmander? We have nothing for Charmander. I guess we'll just stay in, because technically a Charmander is a first form evolution. We'll be able to handle it. Ew! Why do you have Spore? Why does everything have Spore? Alright, let's bury that up. Okay, one more Thunder Punch should finish this. Okay. And with that, we're moving on to the next patch of grass. I don't think I fought you, right? No, I didn't. Okay, first up, you have a Zubat level 28. Got a Thunder Punch for that. Unnecessary crit, but I'll take it. Next up is a Kirlia. We'll switch out. I think that thing has high special defense from our Gardevoir stats. So I get the Kaioken on there. Next up is Meditite. We'll switch out. Do we have a... Yeah, we have Fly and we also have Aeroblast. Let's get Aeroblast in here. I feel like we haven't seen Aeroblast in a while. Okay, got that out of here. Nice. This guy gave a lot of money. Did one of our Pokemon have Amulet Coin? Okay, Super Saiyan Rose had Amulet Coin. I did not realize that. And we found a white herb here. Item? No? No. Is there item here? No? Well, I guess we have to face the midget next. And you have a Totodile first. Let's give that a Thunder Punch. Now, the levels of these Pokemon worries me a little bit. They're a little bit close to 30, which means that, you know, the EXP we're getting is not a lot from them. Or at least we can't expect too much more EXP, because NPCs don't really have Pokemon over level 40. And that means leveling up is going to be hard. I think the best hope I have right now is for the reporters, the final form of the reporters, to have some decently evolved Pokemon. That'll give a good chunk of EXP, which means leveling up won't be a complete pain. Like, I've already foreseen that grinding will be annoying in the Nuzlocke, which is why I've been trying to do my captures first, and then pick out my team, so none of my EXP goes into someone that I won't use. Unless, of course, unfortunate deaths happen. But those are unfortunate and unforeseeable, so you can't really do anything for it. Alright, let's give this a Crush Claw. That's level 28. Let's see how much EXP it gives. It gives 438. Next up, Dratini. Nice. Do we have anything for it? We don't, but... You know, it's Dratini. It's first form evolution. It's also a good chunk of EXP. Oh, why did I use Crush Claw? Whatever. Well, it wants me to use Crush Claw again. I mean... Okay, I'll kill it. Only 400, that's not really that great. Alright, switch out. Or not switch out. I think we're still under the effect of Encore, right? Yeah, we're still using Crush Claw. Actually, that's interesting. A cast form is not changing into water type. I thought cast form would change into water type. I thought that's a property of cast form and not the passive, which kind of makes me wonder what happens with whatever picked up cast form's ability. Does it turn into a water cast form sprite? I guess we'll never know. Okay, now what we're gonna do here is let's get rid of this poison first. And I guess the next thing to do would be to heal up. So I guess we'll use a super potion for that. Do we have any more people here? This is the Reggie Cave, which we'll never be able to unlock because we already completed most of our captures, and I have neither Wilmer, Wailord, nor Relicanth. So unfortunately, no captures there. And I think that's all the people here. So I'll call that the end of the video and continue in the next one.